that I am backwards for live right now, depending upon if you're on Instagram, you're seeing the side of me, and same if you're on Facebook, YouTube as well. So you see that I'm in the bathroom at the office here. I was going to do a technique that I call looking at yourself in the mirror. And this is something that I do whenever I get frustrated with myself. I used to take and be really mean to myself. And then I decided, after learning what it is that I know about hypnosis and about how we see ourselves, how we show up in the world, let's not do that anymore. So I'm literally going to do what it is that I do now, because there's no reason for me to beat myself up. I'm like, I want to beat myself up. I got the world for that. The world that's broken, that's hurting, that doesn't understand. Everybody's hurt. It's your level of, do you want to fix that or not? So, in my thing today, in my live here, I'm going to be showing you, like I said. So, let's start with how beautiful you are. Because the rest of the world likes to say things that you know aren't true. You know for a fact that you are an amazing mom. You know for a fact that the reason why you're hurting is because Jesus already dealt with that. He already went through that. He already knows what we're like. That's why he had to have what he went through. That's why he took and went through stuff too. In fact, when you were reading earlier, you're just like, whoa, there was false witnesses against your deal in Minnesota with Miracle. Yeah, false witnesses against Jesus. It's the exact same concept. It's just, is it now or is it back then? You know, the funny thing is that that's a lot harder than I thought it would be with all the cameras going. But I'm glad that I'm doing this because I'm showing people what it's like when you realize that you've got all these different things that you can do. I've had people last couple weeks say things of, oh, I'm a snake oil salesman and con artist and all this other stuff, when I know that they're saying it about themselves. See, I see in the mirror right now, I see a beautiful person who is doing their best, that no matter what we're going through right now, seriously, there's some days I don't think how we're going to make it. I don't see how we're going to make it. I don't understand how we're going to do it. But I know we've got the same body, the same smile that everyone loves so much. I know we're going to get through it. I don't know how. It's kind of like earlier, I made a decision that, last week I made the decision that I can either sit in my own crap and let it bother me and go back to my own patterns of, this isn't going to work, just close down and stop. Or I made the decision that I made last week that I'm glad that I made, which was, nope, it ain't over. It ain't over till the fat lady sings. And guess what? Yes, even though we're heavy, we're beautiful. Because all of this was baby. I wouldn't be here, baby. And I'm so happy because look at this beautiful body. How many women can honestly say that they've been pregnant 8 times and as beautiful as you are? Nonetheless, you've never been over 300. You're not even close to that. How many women can honestly say they've gone through 5 C-sections, looking for a 6th one on the way coming in this year? How many women can sit there and say that they've gone through that many times? Growing a business, taking care of children, and still believe in themselves. How many women do you know can have their child removed and yet, instead of committing suicide, doing drugs, doing alcohol, doing all this other crazy stuff, decided to say, hey, I can't do this. I'm not worthy of the downfall of the drugs, the alcohol, this other stuff. You decided, not mom, not dad, not anyone around you decided that you needed to do any of those things. Not a single person around you sit there and said, oh, you should focus on getting your son. Oh, you should focus on this. You should focus on that. Every last person around you keeps saying, give up already. It's been how many years? But yet you keep going. Because persistence pays off, and you know that. So when you started reading the Think and Grow Rich, you're like, the hell? I'm already a leader. I didn't need this book. The Think and Grow Rich book, you never needed it. I mean, look at you. You are a leader. You were born a leader. The people that tell you never were born a leader, that leaders aren't born, that they're made, because they never learned that there are leaders that are born. You were born a leader from the start. You've had to learn how to do certain things to get to where you want to go, yeah. But you've been a leader. How many people are willing to sit here, do what you're doing right now, and do this? Talk to themselves, not on camera, but talking to themselves and seeing how beautiful they are. Because you remember when you used to beat yourself up, say you're the problem, you're the reason why you've got this issue, you're the reason why things aren't getting any better. At the same time while you were being your enemy, saying, hey, you are the reason why we got this problem, you also failed to see how beautiful you are. How many women are not willing to do the things that you've done? How many men, let's go there, how many men are not willing to take and step up to the plate and help their women become greater than what they are? You've got a husband that's willing to do that. I don't know about you, but I don't know any other men that's willing to step up to the plate, be hypnotized live. How many men are willing to sit there and have their lives do business while they're sitting at home with the kids, which that's a lot of work in itself. And we know what that's like, don't we? Yes. God knows we know what that's like. And here, we're still together. 9 children, same father, all before you got married. Got married, all 9 kids. You got exactly what you wanted. You got married to your soulmate. Then the kids came. You never were infertile. The doctor said you were infertile in 2008. Yep, remember that? Yep. But you wanted your kids after you were married to your soulmate. That's why they never came. Because see, that's why they couldn't. That's why you know for a fact you're having 11 kids. That's why when people sit there and ask, oh, you should stop, or they say you should stop, they need to kiss my ass and sit and spin, because guess what? That's their dream. That's their problem, not mine. God says you're having 11 kids, you're having 11 kids. God said after you get married to your soulmate, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get 11 kids. And that's where I'm headed. 2 more pregnancies left, 2 more children left. And guess what? You got your 11. Because see, you have a choice. Remember when you couldn't walk? You had to learn how to walk 3 different times. You never gave yourself credit for that either. Having to learn how to re-walk. You never gave yourself credit for that. You never gave yourself credit for having the brain injury and how no one would help you. Traditional therapy, sit and spin, didn't help me. You never sat there and said, hey, I guess I can't do anything. No, you went out and you said, okay, I'm going to do it. That's like right now, you know you're going to be bigger than Tony Robbins. He's got NLP. You got NLP. Same concept. Why can't you do it? You can't. You can do this because I know you can, because you are me. And I know you. How many people are sitting on their ass? Poor me, poor me. And here you are trying to help them. Say, no, look, you deserve better. You can do more because I've been there. I've done that. That's all up to people whether or not they want to get better. Can't help everybody. Lord knows that. I wouldn't want to help everybody. You know that. There's some people that suck the energy right out of you. You know, you've been questioning about your prices. You should lower them so you can help more people. No. If you do what God wants you to do, which is $1,000 an hour, you probably get somewhere. Because the reality is there's so many people in this world that don't want the help. They don't deserve it. They don't want it. They don't deserve your time, your energy, or anything. Just let them stay stuck. Because until they find something greater than themselves, they're not worthy of you. It's not whether or not you're desperate to help them. It's not whether or not you can help them, because you know you can. You got results. You got results with yourself. I mean, like, how amazing are you? You got results with yourself. This whole time you're like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. The reality is how many people have gone through so much trauma, and yet they turn to that bottle of alcohol because they saw that growing up. You saw a bottle of alcohol growing up too. You grew up with an alcoholic adopted dad. I mean, you were a victim of child sex trafficking because that's what CPS does. But yet, you didn't turn to the alcohol. You said, sit and spin, I'm not doing that. I deserve better than that. You said, my parents divorced when you were 3. You were better than that. You decided that, yeah, you had to do it because of the miracle of that ordeal. But you said, till death do us part, not until you piss me off, or until you decide to cheat, or until you decide to do X, Y, Z to Jeffrey. You didn't do that. Most people are not willing to stick with the hard times, but you did. How many people are willing to lose children 3 different times and stay together? Because 80% of them quit, but you didn't. So when you think you want to quit this business, when you think you want to give up, that's where the 10 days was a blessing. And just like today, being Marianne and Sabrina, DNC 8 years ago. Here you are today. We're better, braver, smarter, more beautiful than you ever were. You used to get all these medications. Doctor made you believe that you were sick, that you were dying, but you didn't have cancer. You didn't have some other problem. You've conquered so much and you don't give yourself credit for it. That's the problem. You need to give yourself credit for everything you have done that so many people are not willing to do. How many people would just sit there and turn the other way and choose not to heal? And then you listen to all these other people, well, this and that with their kids, that was Miracle's path. Let's take your child away and say, was that the path for your child too? Because you've had people like that too in your life. And it's like, no, they wouldn't want it. But they don't know what else to say. Sometimes the best thing that people can do is just shut the hell up. Honestly, that's the best thing that a lot of people can do. When it comes to child loss, it comes to child being taken away, just shut up. If there's nothing else, they just need to learn just to shut up. Because they haven't been there. Sure, you're going to lose a parent, whoop-de-doo. Sure, you're going to lose a sibling, whoop-de-doo. I would have been like, God, that would have been nice to have any of them lost. Shit, you could have took anybody else, but no, my child had to go. And at the same time, I understand why my child went. Because most people would never understand. They would just do the other things. That's what God said. Nope. You're going to be greater. You're going to show other people how to do it. These people that think that they can't do this, that they can't do that they can't get away from the drugs, the alcohol, all this other crazy stuff that they decide to do. Trying to find all this healing from without God, people are so like some days. But when you think about it, you've been there. You've done that. You know how to help people. You know how to get results. You get them with yourself first, which is why you're switching to the speaking. So you can affect more people. So you can help more people. It's a matter of time. We're going to get this. We're going to get this figured out. We're going to make this happen. You really gotta give yourself credit. Not many women are willing to have C-sections back to back to back. Nonetheless, all the doctors, well, guess what? Unless there's a medical problem, there's no reason to stop. There really isn't. I love kids. There's nothing I can do about that one. I love kids. I love being able to help people. I just gotta find the right ones. I gotta find the right people that are willing to say, hey, I'm done with this shit. I'm done with the way I used to be. I want better. I deserve better. Question is, how do you find the people that know that they deserve better, that they want to invest in themselves? That's the question. Because that's where I got to start writing it down. When I start writing it down, I'll get somewhere. Because I remember when you didn't want to invest in yourself either. And then you found over time, that's why medical, who gets money? You go to traditional therapy, who gets money? Insurance company for giving you a diagnosis. And how many of those diagnoses actually still exist? Maybe about 5. PTSD overcame that, not medication. Medication didn't have you overcome PTSD. Nope. No, that was a good way to stay stuck. Let's see. Lyrica for fibromyalgia. Yeah, if somebody would have told you that fibromyalgia, just do a little bit of this and get all the frustration out of different things, you would have never had a son on the sensory processing. Never having a son with sensory processing disorder. You would have never had that. But the doctor didn't want to tell you that because the doctor wouldn't have got medication from the pharmacy. See, a lot of people don't believe me, don't believe you, that they're all tied together. There's no money in the people that are sick. You know how to help people. You've been there, you've done it, you've shown people, you keep doing it. For whatever reason, you keep showing people all these different things that are your own crap, but whatever, we'll just keep doing it. We'll keep showing people. Because I guess until they get it, they can always heal. I don't know. That's why, yeah, we're not going to change our prices. If anything, we'll go up. We won't go down. Because the down got us the people that we didn't like. We got a reputation to protect. We got our results that we want to protect. We want to stay at that 100% success rate, not the, this didn't work. We do the work, and it does work every time. Just saying. So, while this has been interesting, challenging, hard to do it this way, I've never done this before. But there's a lot of things that I've needed to say, not necessarily on camera, for everybody to see. But I know I'm not the only person wondering what the hell are people thinking these days? Why is there so much violence? Why is there so much crap? You cannot take an apple and make it into an orange. You cannot do that. You can't do that. 2 bananas cannot make another banana. We got these different things going on in this world. We've got so much pain and suffering. And yet, the bottle of alcohol, the drugs, the smoking, the food, oh my God, food is the #1 abused substance. And you finally get that. You finally get that part. Yes, you do. You finally get that part. Food is the #1 abused substance. We were doing good on gluten-free. Then the miscarriage in October. Then you're like, I can control food. And you figured that out now. #1 abused substance. Food. And you're like, I changed chemical-free. But I decided not to change my diet. Yeah, because that makes a lot of sense. Oh God, does that ever make a lot of sense? Not really, that's why you're like, what the hell? Should have done that a while ago. But you know, the difference between you and a lot of other people is that you keep going, you keep doing, and you keep going. That's the point of my whole life, for me doing it myself. It's not just for me. It's obviously not for me, but that's the reason why I keep doing them, isn't it? So I keep talking about myself and how I've done things. This whole time it really has been documenting my journey. Because I know I need a lifetime series. You know this. Most people aren't willing to take and admit to themselves. They can't even admit to themselves how screwed up they are, how broken they are, how much. And people aren't even really broken, just misguided. Doing the lives does help other people. That is why I do it. Because we are helping other people. Most people aren't willing to do this. How many people are willing to sit here in the bathroom in their office, camera lights on, and take and say things about themselves and then about what other people say? Not many people are willing to do that. Whoa, could have let that wind. How many people are willing to do that? But you are. That's a good thing. I suppose I better get going. I thought I'd do my podcast now, but took longer than I thought. Yeah. So anyways, if anybody's still watching, I don't know, but I hope this helped for what I was doing in the mirror, because when you look at yourself, you see the reflection. It's the only time you can see your enemy and your best friend at the same time. See, when I used to beat myself up, I was better at it than what I am now. Now I'm like, I can't even do it. Because I'm like, I'm so beautiful. I mean, sure, I got my red from my CPAP, but I kind of need my CPAP to keep me alive. I love obstructive sleep apnea. But hey, it's all good. But most people aren't willing to do a lot of these things. That's why I'm successful. Oh my God, I feel a lot better about myself. But when I think about these things, about doing this, I hope this helps, because my enemy is also looking back at me. Because when I decided to stop because of my fear of success, I decided at the same time, thank you, fear of success, for finally showing me if you were fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of whatever else, X, Y, Z. You allowed me to see the fear of success so I could release it yesterday like we did. And when we released the fear of success, that's why you were able to go to that meeting today, no problem. It would be like the Fonz. I got this. We work together or we don't. That's all good. So that was the best friend part. Because we worked together to take and figure this out. And when we figured out the fear of success, we worked on it together, we got it fixed, and we're able to move forward. So it's a good thing you've always been willing to invest in yourself, because nobody else has been willing to invest in you, certainly not the damn government. We still gotta accept that part. We still gotta accept the brain injury. That's the thing that nobody else understands. I never got to say goodbye to the person that died when I had my brain injury. Because I didn't even remember who you were. I'm like, you didn't know who you were. You didn't even know who your mom was. You didn't know anybody. And yet, here you are. You're a lot better than what you ever thought was possible. People sit there and say, oh, you can't change. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. And the hypnosis doesn't work. It's mind control. All these other horrible things. And it's like, what the hell? You're being hypnotized all the damn time on TV. I mean, like, you watch TV, you're being hypnotized right then and there. You're being programmed. Oh, we have to be scared of everybody. What the hell? Why is everybody so damn scared of each other? remember when it used to be a free country? People used to love each other. Now everybody's so damn busy picking on each other. What you resist persists. You want these problems in the world to stop. Stop being assholes to each other. Remember, common sense, whatever. Heal from within. Nothing else will work. I really gotta quit. This is my mirror stuff I like to do. You can tell that I like to do my mirror stuff, just not like whatever. So, anyways, I'm not sorry if anybody doesn't agree with anything that I said. Because one, I'm human. Two, I'm not the person for you then, because I'm not going to apologize for being myself, because I've did that too long, and I like the fact that I overcame Hashimoto's. Thank you very much. I am not on Synthroid anymore. Thank you for speaking your truth, because so many people are willing to say, no, we'll just sweep it underneath the rock and hope that this problem disappears. Because there's too many people doing that. And then we wonder why we got problems. You swept it under the rug too damn long, not speaking up. Now you got thyroid problems. And do you have a choice at the end of the day? So if you're not for me, you don't like my lives, that's fine. You want to comment hate or whatever towards me, I don't care, because guess what? You don't determine my value. You don't determine my worth. I do that. You do that for yourself. You determine the value. You decide how you want to show up in this world. You decide at your funeral if you want to be considered an asshole that just went in the grave, or you decide if you wanted to be a blessing to other people, help them show how to have a better life, how to be able to improve it, how to be able to have more meaning, have more money, have more abundance. That's the one that I'm working on. See, when I die, I already decided. I want it to be live, not live streamed. I want it to be all the major networks are broadcasting it, because that's how many lives I know I'm going to change. Whether or not it's your life that gets to be in that process, I don't know. But I will say this much: what you focus on expands. What you resist persists. There's only one way out of this world: death. From the time of your birth to the time of your death, that's up to you how you want to live it. You want to live your life for somebody else, what they want for you, which I'm guilty of. And then I decided, nope, not good enough for me. I deserve more. Thank you. I've seen how my relatives turned out. I'm not a greedy SOB. Not all of them are that way, but good portion. Not all of them, like I said, there's a few. I'm not going to be that person. I'm going to be the person to say, hey, you can change this at any given time. So I just want to say, no matter if you're watching on Instagram or YouTube and Facebook here, I just really want to say that the only reason why I know I can get results is because I had to see them in myself first. I know the results exist. I know that healing comes from within. Because I tell you right now, it didn't come in all the craft books that I have. No, there's all sitting out in the garage. It didn't come in avoiding other people. No. It came in doing the things I was uncomfortable doing to make the changes that needed to happen. I had to invest in myself. And thank God that I did, because I cannot imagine my life if I had not invested in myself now. If I had not invested in myself over $15,000, $20,000 in the last 2 years by myself, no thank you, people. I mean, like, I can help you, but bills gotta get paid. That's where my disability checks have gone, because I invested in myself. I invested in keeping this office. I invested in this to help other people. Way to give back. Make myself a better person, which I got exactly what I wanted out of the hypnosis. Got exactly what it is that I wanted. To be the best damn mom, the best damn wife that ever existed. And I surely got that. And if you want to be able to have that, you know how to get a hold of me. You know how to find me. You know how to have things happen. You're resourceful enough. In fact, If you were to ask yourself right now, go with the first thing that comes to your mind, the very first thing. You're laying on your deathbed. Maybe you've got family around, maybe you don't. But you're sitting there. What's your number one deathbed regret? Is it that your job didn't ask you to work enough? Is it, I don't know, you didn't take good care of yourself? Is it that you wish you had more time with your family and friends because you made a choice to not invest in taking care of you? Nobody's going to take care of you if you don't take care of yourself. So that's the biggest thing I've learned about parenting, is that if I don't take care of number one, guess what? Nobody else takes care of them either. So I need to shower, I need to dress, I need to poop, I need to pee before I take care of my kids, because if I don't do those things, well, there's going to be poop on the floor, there's going to be pee on the floor, because I didn't take care of me. My health is more important than anyone else. That goes for everybody. If your health, you are not number one in your life, if you don't take care of you, then what the hell are you doing with your life? Because you're not living it very good. You've got to take care of yourself before anybody else. Because you literally cannot survive, sustain, without taking care of yourself first. Because nobody else gives a crap if you're sick. It's called put on your big girl panties and go out and do the same thing again, different day. Just saying. I really got to get going. Got my podcast to do here. But anyways, well, that's okay. Like I said, I'm not for everybody, and that's okay. So if you don't like anything that I said or any of that, I don't really care, because it doesn't matter to me at all. What does matter is I hope this was helpful for you to see how the enemy and the best friends looking straight at you, because this is your reality right now. Your reality is not the bank account, because right now in your reality, you're sitting in front of a mirror, you got your cameras rolling. That's the reality. Life is what you choose to make out of it, and you made it a good one. Other people may not agree with you, and that's okay, because it takes a lot to piss you off, and you already know that. I mean, shit, I mean, like, you're not scared of anything, because you already had the worst damn thing that ever could have happened. How many people can sit there and say that? Shit, death is welcome compared to what you already went through. Death is easy one. Anyways, have a good day, everybody, and see you on the next live. Try to figure this out better next time, so we get it all on one page. So thank you for watching. Appreciate your time and energy as always. I'm going to be shutting all these off here. Hopefully this works. And